Tonight is a community service of the New York Institute of Technology.
Covering the news of Nassau and Suffolk County's Long Island News Tonight with Ken Eckhart, Carol Peck, and the award-winning LI News team. Good evening. I'm Ken Eckhart, and here's what's happening. Unrest in the Middle East is taking a toll at the pumps. Gasoline prices are way up, and it looks like the only alternatives for motorists are to dig deeper into their pockets or drive less. Elsa Gillis reports.
Gas prices are rising rapidly, and many motorists say they're not happy. According to LongIslandGasPrices.com, prices on the island range from $3.19 to $3.79 for a gallon of regular gas, and increased to as much as $3.99 a gallon for premium. Newsday attributes the hike in prices to unrest in the Middle East and North Africa, a decline in the dollar's value, and unexpected oil refinery outages. And these consumers say the prices are high no matter where they go.
It's going up so fast. I just left the gas station over there because it was really expensive. I was looking for a cheaper one. But it's still high. It's $49, $3.49, still too much. Way too much.
I'm putting in $130 worth. It's a 36-gallon tank. So hopefully it'll come close to filling it. We'll see. Not happy about it.
According to Newsday, regular unleaded gas prices has risen 58 cents a gallon from this time last year. And motorists we spoke to say that the rise in prices has affected their lifestyle.
I don't make long trips. I try to avoid it as much as I can.
It's escalating. It's getting worse and worse. We're coming into my season. I own a landscape business, and it's just going to get worse.
Meanwhile, many Long Islanders say they have no choice but to fill up their tanks.
But unfortunately, I really can't alter my driving too much.
But right now I'm going to Bronx, so I have no choice. I have to fill up.
In Jericho, Elsa Gillis, LI News Tonight.
The Nassau County District Attorney is seeking a special prosecutor to investigate possible wrongdoing at the police crime lab that was closed last week. District Attorney Kathleen Rice says she will ask court approval to appoint former state insurance superintendent Eric Dinallo to lead the investigation. Authorities said they learned that police supervisors may have been aware for months that errors were occurring with the analysis of drug evidence. The findings could lead to exoneration or reduction in charges for some people convicted of drug offenses. The lab was placed on probation by a national accrediting agency in December. A Brentwood man has been charged with murder in connection with a fight at a Comac hotel late last year. Police say the fight broke out in two rooms of the Howard Johnson on Moreland Road back in November, ending with several people stabbed or injured. 20-year-old Carlos Rodriguez was arrested on Friday, charged with murder and assault. 18-year-old Stanley Davis of Brentwood was one of the men stabbed in that fight. He was pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. The former financial director of the Suffolk County chapter of the American Red Cross has been charged with stealing over $250,000 from the organization. The Suffolk County District Attorney's Office says 47-year-old Deborah Leggio worked for the nonprofit organization for about 7.5 years, beginning back in 2002. During that time, she reportedly embezzled $275,000 by making ATM withdrawals using the Red Cross debit card issued in her name, sometimes as often as every couple of days. Leggio now lives in California, where she surrendered on an indictment warrant pleading not guilty. Well, the New York Knicks have acquired Carmelo Anthony from the Denver Nuggets. The All-Star forward had been discussed in trade talks all year, and late last night he got his wish to be traded to his hometown team. The Knicks also received from Denver guards Chauncey Billups, Anthony Carter, and forwards Ronaldo Balkman and Sheldon Williams in the deal. Carmelo Anthony was born in Brooklyn, and he played his college ball at Syracuse University. This is his 8th NBA season, and he spent it all with the Nuggets. It's not yet known if he will make his Knicks debut when the team plays tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. A man and woman driving in Suffolk County in two separate cars have both been charged with DWI, each of them having one of the man's children in the car with him. Police say 44-year-old Theodore Pastor of Shirley was driving west on Montauk Highway in Mastic early this morning when he was pulled over for driving erratically and had his 4-year-old daughter in the car with him. Police say his friend, 34-year-old Tracy Muir, also of Shirley, was driving behind him with his 8-year-old son in the car with her. Both were determined to be intoxicated, and both are facing charges including DWI, a felony under Leandra's law. And a Long Island father has been charged with driving drunk with his infant daughter in the car with him. Suffolk County Police say 27-year-old Milton Vasquez of Huntington was observed late Sunday night on Pulaski Road in Huntington Station driving erratically. When he was pulled over, police determined he was intoxicated, and his 21-month-old daughter was also in the vehicle with him unharmed. Vasquez has been charged with DWI with a child, which is now a felony under Leandra's law, along with endangering the welfare of a child. Two people from Central Islip have been charged with running an illegal rooster fighting operation. Police say the officers went to the location on Half Mile Road Saturday night following an ongoing investigation and found a rooster fight in action with 31 spectators. Officers say 34-year-old Pablo Lopez and 37-year-old Rosa Madero, both of the Half Mile Road address, were arrested on animal fighting charges. The 31 spectators were also arrested, and over 24 roosters' equipment, a fighting ring, and spectator seating were removed from the premises. What was a down day on Wall Street today? The Dow finished down about 178.5 points. NASDAQ was down 77.5 points, and the S&P was down a little over 27.5 points. NYIT's LI News Tonight continues after this.
Teams of improv actors challenge each other in theater sports, a competition that includes audience participation at Friedberg JCC in Oceanside on Wednesday, February 23rd at 2 p.m. For more information, call 516-634-4154. Enjoy a weekend dedicated to camellias at Planting Fields Arboretum in Oyster Bay on Saturday and Sunday, February 26th and 27th from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. For more information, call 516-922-8682. Have a little wine for whoops while helping Little Shelter Animal Rescue save lives at Northport Tasting Room and Wine Cellar in Northport on Sunday, February 27th from 1 till 5 p.m. For more information, call 631-368-8770, extension 205. Or check out posters of the Russian Revolution at Nassau County Museum of Art in Roslyn Harbor through May 8th on Tuesday through Sunday from 11 a.m. till 4:45 p.m. For more information, call 516-484-9337. If you have an event you'd like included on the LI News Tonight community calendar, send it to linewstonight@nyit.edu.
Play to start your future. Learn the industry. Use the technology. Become an expert in television reporting, journalism, radio, digital film, public relations and advertising, television production, digital graphics, a beautiful state-of-the-art campus, a road to the job you've always wanted in the media capital of the world. Communication Arts at NYIT. When can you start?
Top headlines around the world today. Muammar Gaddafi is telling Libyans not to believe those who say he's fled the country, while a number of Libyan ambassadors have resigned to protest the bloody attacks on anti-government protesters in Libya It's reported the streets in one district in the Libyan capital are littered with the bodies of scores of protesters shot dead by security forces loyal to Gaddafi. They say Tripoli's inhabitants were staying home today after the killings and warnings by forces loyal to Gaddafi that anyone on the streets would be shot. Meanwhile, governments are scrambling to get their citizens out of Libya. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights says at least 250 people have been killed. At least 2 airlines, British Airways and Emirates, say they're canceling flights to Tripoli, the capital. Key Western nations are urging the UN Security Council to demand an immediate end to Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi's bloody crackdown on the civilian protesters and strongly condemn the violence. The UN's most powerful body met behind closed doors this morning to discuss possible council action. One of New Zealand's biggest cities is in ruins. A powerful earthquake today brought down buildings and churches on a busy weekday in the city of Christchurch, killing at least 65 people. It even shook a massive chunk of ice from New Zealand's biggest glacier. Rescue crews with sniffer dogs are searching for more than 100 people believed trapped in the rubble. The 6.3 magnitude quake struck at midday, splitting sidewalks and toppling buildings. This was the second major quake to hit Christchurch in 5 months. And the U.S. military says pirates killed 4 American hostages they were holding on a yacht off Somalia's coast. The U.S. Central Command says negotiations had been underway to try to win release of the 2 couples on the pirated vessel called the Quest. Gunshots were heard, and when U.S. forces reached the yacht, they found all 4 hostages had been shot. Well, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand says increasing private investment in research and development would create more jobs. And she was on Long Island recently to talk about the need for a permanent research and development tax credit for businesses, as Sophia Allen reports.
Thank you for U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand was in Plainview recently to introduce a proposal that would help increase economic growth by making the federal research and development tax credit permanent. She says the tax credit helps to create new jobs at companies like Clever Devices, which develops innovative technology products for transit agencies across the country.
So we want to create a tax credit for all the research and development they put into their companies that's easier to use, that's more generous, and that's permanent. Because if we can make this R&D tax credit permanent, more money will be invested in these companies earlier. So the goal is to get more access to capital, more access to lending, more access to investment, so that these great companies with their great ideas can make jobs and really help our economy grow.
The president of Clever Devices says this proposal could help Long Island businesses stay competitive.
This is an important proposal because it's kind of expensive to do business on Long Island and in the U.S. generally. We compete against the entire world, and there are places where there are much less expensive labor and lower tax structures and whatnot.
He also says the R&D credit would help companies stay afloat in a global economy.
And this helps us to have a level playing field. We compete globally against companies that are all over the world, Europe, Asia, Australia, and this helps to keep us competitive.
If this proposal is passed, it can help create new jobs for companies in New York. In Plainview, Sophia Allen, LI News Tonight.
Well, we had a beautiful sunny day today. The high was in the mid-30s. Tonight, skies should be clear with a low down around 20. Tomorrow, another sunny day with a high up near 40. Thursday, partly cloudy with a high in the mid-40s. Friday, rain expected with a high in the mid-40s. And for Saturday, partly cloudy with a high in the upper 30s. And that's it for NYIT's LI News Tonight. I'm Ken Eckhart. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.